EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
I think it just goes. We go again. Yeah, sometimes when, but I find when you, like I tried to, when you try to select individual uniform, like the pants, try to just change the pants, or if you go through the whole list more than once, then it just, sometimes it messes it up. Yeah. Yeah. But I changed that. Like I tried to get black pants with white. Sorry, black with tops with white pants. Yeah. No, it's before the first time.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let me know.
They'll run on first down. Little. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Oh, nope.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fields. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hey. 4 down. Block that. Check it out.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, it's Little, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Ready?
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fields. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Yes.
First down, Winston. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston, blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Third and long for Winston. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
I'm ready.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Winston now from the 50. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Yep.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
Yep.
On 2nd and a yard, Winston. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Yep.
54's Mike. Check even. 30. Let's go. Shoot.
Now Winston on 4th down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Switch.
On 2nd down now, it's Little. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
I'm going back to you.
Ready?
From the shotgun, Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
Yep.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Here's Winston. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
Coach Stein, defense. Ready? Under 10. Under 10.
Yes.
Check.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
I'm ready.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
On the fullback.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback
position.
Oh, my God.
If we don't
and
cover
finding the
fullback,
right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
Yes.
A first down throw for Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
I'm ready.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Go Mike 50, Mike 50.
Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And Rosas puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Pryor has it complete. He's at the 50.
Give him the ball.
Take it down, but not before they work it across midfield. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Nope.
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Squeeze, double. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
They go play action now. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Yep.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey.
Now Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, his second sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Let's get it together. Easy.
Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Ready?
Whip. Watch the whip.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Check 99.
Nope.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Ready?
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You don't want this. I'll go special.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Steelers first down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Jameis now on first down.
Okay.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Yes.
Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yep.
Working out of the gun, Winston. This is caught, it's Cooks. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly.
And Winston lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
On first down, Little. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. 25. Safety creep.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Nice.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He completes it to Hunter. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
4 down. Motion to the backfield.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let that one.
Credit the sack to Von Miller. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Going to throw right side here, complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Nope.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Let's go.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Going for it all. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for A.J. Brown. Incomplete.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Lambo will put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taking you to 13. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Ready? Mark 25. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Yep.
Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Do it right now. Do it right now.
Winston now to throw on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Slam, slam, slam.
Yep.
Hey, check. Hey, stop.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Another try for Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Green, Green.
Throwing, Winston. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. It's little and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Got a man. It's Brown. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down, it's Little.
And
he lost the football. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
What are we doing?
A little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All day, just like that. Just
Ready?
like that.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Oh, come on, dude.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Yep.
To throw is Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chris Jones make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
He's coming, double up. Right there.
3rd and long for Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Coming out.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Dude,
and he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Sorry.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yep.
Watch the run. Good dash. Go. Kill. Let's go.
Here's Winston. Staying on his feet.
Whoa. Nice.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Let's not get carried away.
A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
That's what I do. Flip. Watch twins.
Now Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Yep.
54. Mike 54. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 55 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the 5 on the 50.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. This is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Saquon Barkley, 51 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
It is. AFC North.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
I see.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Ready?
Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to go down again. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let me know.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Too little,
From the shotgun, Wilson looking for Pryor long.
I should have thrown.
And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Yep.
On first down, Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
Yep.
You're taking charge.
Check 50, check 31, check 31. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, let's get him converted.
On second down now, Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Check, cross, come on, run that. 36, 36. 49, check 49, check 49. Check, check,
Yep.
check, 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 check. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Check 24, check 24. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 41, Winston. He'll let this go for the end zone.
Oh, my goodness.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's funny.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is Wilson.
Throw the ball. Man, we're letting him get away with murder.
Deion Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. Friday. Defense all day. Mike, 55.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And no, it's incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here.
Yep.
Check 4. Hey, stop.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
I don't know.
After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Fields. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now it's Wilson. Player has it complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Little. The 20. And he is into the end zone for the Baltimore touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball and said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Yep.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Know your job. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike's 5-4. Okay. Echo. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Kill. Hey. Kill. 5 on the 50. Kill. 5 on the 50. Spot. 5 on. No.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Steelers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
Easy. 54, Mike.
Yes.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Jameis to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Are you joking?
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Let me know.
Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Ready?
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Ready?
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now Wilson. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good.
A little bit better.
And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
In the Ravens facility.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take the knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I could lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded about a yard deep. Yeah, they'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive, except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Winston eluding the pressure right, and that's off the mark, incomplete. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week one.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
You get block me. You get block me. You get block me. 30. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Winston now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
On first down, Barkley, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
I'm ready.
From the 44, Winston, blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Let's go, D. Rush in, rush in, rush in. No, elbow. Switch it, kid, switch it.
Third and long for Winston. Incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
Yeah, there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense did its job. Got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They keep it with Henry on first down. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Right there in the middle. Go 14.
Let me know.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, I got you. Hey, check Mike. That's it. I got you. Mike 55. Hey.
Okay.
I got one. Mike 55.
Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? Looking for Pryor long. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Okay.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at